Bum bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum bum. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. I gotta close my door. Wait. 1 second. God. I gotta fix my door at some point. It's I don't know why, but I always have to like really press down so it stays closed. I don't know what exactly it is that like makes it just bounce back, but meh, it's fine. Anyway, wait, hold, pause, hold. Wait, no, that's wrong. There we go! Where is chat? Never mind, there is chat. We're good. Ah, God. How are y'all doing today? What's crack-a-lack-in' Balloon Girl? Hello, Ashi. Hello, Spiral. Hello, hello to you, Naru. Hope you're all doing well today. It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Ace Attorney Wednesday. Yeah. It is time. Today, we shall actually finish Case 4. And this case most definitely has not felt as long as Case 3 did, thankfully. I think this case only took or is going to take 4 streams. I think 4 streams is fine. That's fine. I am not. Oh boy. Genuinely, I think the next like case 5 is probably gonna take me about if the average play time is 20 hours on stream, it'll be at least 30. So that means we are probably gonna be there for about 10 streams. So that's gonna be fun. That is going to be fun. But genuinely, I have a feeling that I'll probably be more excited or motivated to go through that case anyway, because Apollo, he why thank you, Stream Elements. But yeah, but that I cannot talk today. Number 1, I cannot talk today. Number 2, I forgot to pour myself a glass of water, so give me 1 second. And back we are. Okay. Yeah. It is... This week's gonna be a little bit of variety. We got Ace Attorney today, because I really want to finish up Case 4. You know, I don't want to leave one case out in the open, or, you know, unfinished for too long. Minus Case 5, because that one just is long as fuck. And, you know, that's just gonna take us a while. So today is going to be Ace Attorney, all Ace Attorney. Friday is going to be all HSR. Saturday, I have no clue. It's been a while since we did a Pokemon stream. However, I'm not really feeling the Pokemon right now. Doesn't mean we're gonna continue it at some point. Like just to be clear. We're having a tiny, well, maybe not as tiny hiatus from Pokemon, but we're gonna finish that playthrough at some point, just because I don't like leaving things unfinished, even though I do it all the fucking time. And I know myself. This is a phase, and at some point, we're gonna be all back. But yeah, I have no idea what we're gonna do Saturday. Maybe even more HSR. Genuinely. Oh god, I have so much. God. I hate having only 3 days a week to stream, because there's so many things that I want to do, but there's just no time. I mean, look at this playthrough. We're playing Ace Attorney once or twice a week, and it's a long as hell game, and with, you know, since I almost exclusively play story-based games anyway, the 3 days a week is not nearly enough to do everything that I want to do. I was considering eventually, maybe I'll see, I want to do 4 days a week, but I know I'm not gonna last. I know that's not gonna last for long. I know it's not gonna last for long because I don't know. Is this just me? Maybe it's just me. I've been like sort of feeling like feeling really or more like low on energy these past days or like 2 to 3 weeks than I have before. I don't know what it is. Like, I wouldn't say I've been less productive. Well, also, I don't know. Maybe this is like I don't really deal much with like winter depression or anything, or you know, like usually most people are having their low periods in like winter. I don't usually have that. Maybe my periods are like the changing of the seasons, because I mean, it is February, it is technically still winter, but it doesn't sure as hell doesn't feel like it. So I don't know. I've also been waking up later again these past days. I had a period where I was able to actually be awake at like 12:30 at the latest, and I feel like now I'm switching back to 1 p.m., sometimes even 1:30 p.m., which I really don't like. I would like to be awake and up at noon at least, or at the latest. I don't like sleeping in that late, but my body is apparently like, nope, we're not gonna do that. We are not gonna do that. Ace Attorney is not a bad idea to take at a pace. Happened to me when I dropped any game from Ace Attorney for a while and returned to it, and it still feels the same great experience. True. I think what I'm gonna do is I do want to get through this game at least, or at least. So I've been thinking about that. Ace Attorney. I had like while I was playing through Apollo Justice Game 4 especially, and Game 5 for the vast majority of it. I was fine. I think after we finish Case 5, because you know that concludes the main story, we might take a somewhat longer break. I know there's still the extra case that, which is the name of which I forgot. What was it called again? Like this special, like this special episode. Turnabout Time Traveler. After Case 5, we're probably gonna take a somewhat longer break, and eventually gonna come back to this game, play the special episode, unless I'm just good to go even after Case 5. But after Spirit of Justice, we are definitely gonna take a bit of a break before we go into the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, although I am very excited, or I am looking forward to starting those games. I feel like after this I might need a little break from Ace Attorney, because right now I have this thing where my interests kind of like shift in periods, you know? Like, every now and then, 1 or 2 certain like pieces of media just come like crashing in full force, and then I talk about them, I think about them, I read about them like all the time, and everything else kind of like gets pushed into the background. It's like a not 100 and a 0, but like 1 or 2 topics or series are always gonna be like at like 100, 120, and the others are gonna be sitting at like a 20, and I have no control over when that shifts. I just know it happens. Like, sometimes a game or a show like has me in its grasp for months, a year. That's usually the longest. Sometimes it's only like a couple of weeks or a week or so. Yeah. It's all very sudden. And I'm feeling that now. I've been feeling it since like case 3, I think, especially. Which is probably why that case also took us so long. That Ace Attorney is kind of, you know, it is stepping down for a little while. And currently, H's are on the brain all the time. And it's only gonna get worse with 3.0, 3.1 around the corner. Next week is going to be all HSR. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, we're probably gonna finish this game. At least case 5. And then take a little break, however long that'll take. Then we're gonna come back, do the special episode, and then start the Chronicles. Because I've heard like only good things about the Great Ace Attorney games. So I am very curious. Also because those are the games that I know the least about. I know certain points. I think I've been spoiled on like 2 to 3 more major plot points. So that kind of sucks, but I have like no idea how we got to that point or what exactly happens. All I know about it is the first case from the first of those games, and like the first 1 or 2 hours of case 2, but that's about it. So yeah, I am probably gonna be more excited for that because it's gonna be a like 80 to 90% fresh experience for me, unlike these games which I already know for the most part. So that might, you know, play a part in all of this as well. But yeah. But with that said, I don't know how long the stream today is gonna be. We're gonna go as long as it takes us to finish this case, probably. Which I'm assuming is going to be like 2-ish hours. Note to self, never read about a character or about a game before you experience it yourself. True. I have that, Yeah. I mean, it's hard. I feel like especially with bigger series, it is pretty hard. Any series where people die, it is very difficult. I always have to like hold myself back because I'm a big fanfic reader, right? Like I'm a huge fanfic reader. AO3 is my second home. So every time I start a new series, I always have to hold back from looking at any AO3 fics, even when it's just like ships that appear very early on, because you never know. You never know when they're gonna throw something in. Even the tags aren't safe. You know, the famous no beta, we die like insert character X tag. That one is brutal. That one is brutal. As funny as they are once you actually know the context, but no thank you. So yeah. I don't know much about. I'm not gonna go into detail about what I know of the greatest, like which parts I've been spoiled about, or which, I guess, characters I've sort of been spoiled about. Maybe you can already imagine. But yeah. If when you start like a new series or a new game or anything of the sort, never look anything up about it. Don't engage with the fandom before you've finished it. Just don't. Because people on the internet do not know how to attack spoilers. They don't know how... Fandom etiquette is dying. It's dying, it's dead in a ditch. So, yeah. Always make sure you finish whatever you're consuming first. And then you can look shit up. I had that with... Oh, what character did I have that? Wait, there was one character. I don't remember which one it was. But there was a character that... What was it? Wait, I think it wasn't Pandora Hearts? I think it was Pandora Hearts. Great. For those who don't know, Pandora Hearts, great manga. Unfortunately, needs an anime revamp. It has an anime that like cut off in the middle of the somewhere in the middle of the series. Like it wasn't great. It wasn't great. But the manga is amazing. Highly recommended. And there was a character that I really liked. I really liked them, and I wanted to, you know, read stuff about them on the wiki. So I went and I googled about that character. And then I saw on the wiki that the status of this character is dead, deceased, passed away. So I accidentally spoiled myself on something that happens like 2/3 to 3/4 into the series. So that sucked. That sucked. I think that happened with like what? Wait, no! Wait, no! 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 I think that happened with Pandora Hearts as well. But I remember, it's actually... I can't go into detail, but it happened with this series. Right! Right! I remember now. It was this game in particular where I'm not gonna say which character it was, but I wanted to know more about a certain character, so I went to their wiki, and I got like I spoiled myself that on that character's status, and then I got sad. And when it inevitably happened, I was still sad, but I was also sad because I spoiled that for myself. Right, that was this game! Right! I feel like, you know, those who know they probably have an idea who I'm talking about. So we're not gonna go into any more with that. But, yeah. Yeah, just never look anything up about a character until you're through with the series, the show, the game, whatever yourself. Anyway. What is my laptop doing? It's doing the thing again. It's fine. Anyway, that all out of the way. Let's get into the finale. The finale of Case 4. Honestly, I'm expecting this to take another like 2-ish hours. And if that's the case, then this is gonna be a shorter stream, which, you know, is fine. It's fine. It does say the final cross-examination. And we have good old Miss Balloons. Miss Balloons. I forgot what voice I gave you. It was probably like something like higher, kind of bitchy. I love that balloon sound. Okay, what I did before the murder. Right. Okay, there we go. Took that name out of my mind. Yeah, I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. She showed no one were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. I saw the no teacher left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb him, you know? She looks so insane with that face. The perfume Owen's smell must have been left from when I visited. So, Gay was saying she went into the dressing room, but then left right away. Huh. Don't take her at her word. Come on, do you really think I would? I'm just trying to figure out how to get her to talk about what really happened. Now then, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Vroom, vroom. Okay, visit the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. A courtesy call after your performance, huh? come to think of it, Wendo mentioned making the same kind of visit. Yeah, visit to your master before and after your routine. Whatever accent she's doing or dialect she's doing, I can't do it, so I'm not gonna do it. It's just common courtesy with us Rakugo artists and entertainers. So that means you pay the victim a courtesy call before your performance too, right? What did you see at that time? He was having a drink and getting himself into a festive mood. He liked to say that drinking gave him a silver tongue. So he was already drinking by then. Wendo wasn't there in the dressing room yet at that time. He must have gone in there during my act, because when I went back... They were both snoring at the store. Could you describe how they appeared? They were both stretched out on the floor, snoozing away. So, sitting the victim up and over the table must have been the culprit's doing. After all, who wouldn't stretch out on the floor if they could take a nap? If they could take a nap? Plus, that matches up with what Owen said in his testimony. But if he was asleep, how could you tell it was Owen? How did you know it wasn't Wendo? I've known the guy for ages. One look at his face and I know which one I'm dealing with. I see. I saw the no teacher left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb them. Where did you find your master's note? Nova! How you doing, Nova? And thank you for the resub. Wait, I forgot. I think... Are my alerts turned off? Hold on. I think I have alerts turned off. You just reminded me of that. Nope. Never mind. We're good. It might just be the stream alert ones then? Or like the sub alert? At least I didn't hear it. At least I didn't hear it. Maybe it was on stream and I just didn't hear. I don't know. It says it's all turned on. Interesting. Or wait, is that the right one? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Oh dear God. Maybe it's just on my end. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. But hope you're doing well today, Nova. Hope you are doing well. Okay, let's get back into it. Where did you find your master's note? I don't know. Can't remember. Did you notice anything else unusual or out of place in the room? Well, there was the sake and half-eaten manju on the table. I didn't see anything else out of place or whatever in the room, though. Oh, is that a fact? Of course it is. What do you think? And you didn't change anything around while you were in there? I didn't do anything. Look, I'm telling you. I didn't see anything funny near Shisho, and I didn't touch anything in the room. Your boldness, I request that Gabriel's last statement be added to her testimony. Simon, what's a statement like that gonna do for us? Just play along and you'll see soon enough. Trust the man. Trust the British man. Was just saying Wendo was obviously a butler. Or with those eyes, this lady is a butler. True. Oh, also. Interesting. Interesting. Your sub is not even showing up on like my end, like on my activity feed or anything. That's weird. The judge is the butler. But butler? The butler. The judge is the butler. I have no problem with adding that to the testimony, but how about you, Miss Sykes? I have no problem with it either, Your Honor. What is Simon thinking? Let him cook. Let him cook. Didn't see anything funny near Shisho, and didn't touch anything in the room. I'm gonna press this one again just because we have gone at it. The butler, indeed. So you admit that the scent Owen smelled when he witnessed the crime was from your perfume? Yeah, sure, why not? All it proves is I was in the dressing room anyway. I don't do a thing to prove I killed Shisho. That may be true, but Bucky's the one who bumped off Shisho. Okay, didn't see anything funny and didn't touch anything in the room. Let me press that. So, I just want to confirm, you didn't see anything at all unusual or out of place anywhere around the victim. I already told you, nothing! And you didn't touch anything at all in the dressing room. How many times I gotta say it? No, I didn't touch anything! Wait, but then, is she saying she didn't see? Ah... Oh, wait, okay, banned already. The one thing that I don't like about cast flaps is how these bullshit messages still show up in the chat. And like, even if I delete them, they're not gone on the screen. But that sucks, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Mana, 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 mana. What a window immediately saw when you checked the victim's oh yeah, the TV. You didn't see the, or she allegedly didn't see the TV. Does that mean it wasn't there yet at that time? Oh, hold on, I guess there was something. What is it? The soba making equipment was already there in the room. That means Bucky must have been there in the dressing room before me, doing something. Thanks for the non-help. New statement has been added, but she's restricting to our guns. That strikes me as a little strange on its own. Really, why? You'd think Gator would have noticed. If Master Rider wasn't the one who left it, then we must ask who did. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Was the dressing room? No, I didn't want to press. No, I didn't want to press. I didn't want to press. I didn't want to press. No! No! Shut up! I already got through all this. I didn't want to do it again. I forgot E was to present things, not Q. Shut up! Shush your mouth. E. I'm guessing it's just the crime scene photo. I'm guessing that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Lucas, welcome in. Geiru, you said that you didn't notice anything odd or unusual near your master. You also said you didn't touch anything in the dressing room. That's right, what about it? Then I wonder who left that dying message with the Kawada cards. Oh, right, that's... I was talking about the Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. I was thinking of the TV for some reason. What are you going on about? It had to have been that Bucky. Sorry, but that's not possible. Because only 3 people knew of Wendo's personalities. Wendo, your master, and you. If Bucky had left... If Bucky had left that Haruto message, he wouldn't have spelled out Owen. He would have spelled out Wendo. What it boils down to is this. As a member of the Tornado School, you, Geiru Tornado, are the only one who could have left that dying message. And as the person who left that message, it's clear that you are Master Tornado's killer. Will you ever quit your yapping? How is that balloon not breaking? Not like popping. You are like wretches clinging to the spider thread of salvation. Allow me. Oops, allow me to cut that holy thread from the heavens and bring you back down to earth. Would you quit butting in whenever things start to go my way? For real! Oh god, he stopped the music. Silence, child. Playtime is over. What did you just say? As the witness stated, she went to the dressing room and soon came back out again. But the victim's note was not the only reason she left with such haste. There was another reason that compelled Gayru to leave at once. Gayru, would you please relate said reason to the court? There was a reason why Gayru had to leave the dressing room? Well, I didn't want to show you this, but I guess I got no choice. Your hand is all swollen and red. What happened, Gayru? If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat. But hold on a moment. Hold on a second there. I'll let you keep talking, but hold on a moment there. Allergic reactions to buckwheat can vary, though they're usually on the severe side. With Typhoon Tornado making soba noodles in his dressing room, Gayru is lucky to still be alive, considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air. Good thing I left pretty quick. I managed to escape with just a mild reaction. But I touched Shisho as he was being carried away, and look what it did to my poor hands. There must have been soba broth added on his clothes or something. If I'd inhaled any of that soba flour, I'd have had a seizure. It'd have been good night, Gayru. Hold on a moment there. Never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long. Do we know how severe your allergy is, ma'am? Because, if it is just your hand, then that does not really clear you of anything. Because you only would have needed one hand to suffocate the guy with the buckwheat flour, with the dough. How severe are we talking here, lady? A person allergic to buckwheat couldn't be in a room with soba flour in the air. And certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either. This isn't good. You knew it would come to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy. As if I would do anything so underhanded. Sure, buddy! Yeah, and also she really could have just used gloves. Like, she could have just straight up used gloves. Or like a mask. If it's about inhaling the stuff. Like, it depends. Like, if her allergy was that severe, why only her hand? That's the weird thing. Why would it only be one hand? I was simply trying to protect the privacy of this witness. I'm sick of all these accusations. Why don't I just testify and get it all out in the open, yeah? I don't know, I'm a little iffy about that. If I come into the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. And with that so much... Wait. And with that much flour... Nope. And with that much soba flour in the air, that room could have literally killed me. Look at my hand. Look at my hand. Look at my hand. Just touching Shisho's body caused this much damage. There must have been soba broth on his clothes. So I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room. X. I still can't believe it. Nobody told me she had a soba allergy. Did you know, Simon? Does it look like I knew? Protect the privacy of the witness, my foot. What a dirty trick. Now what do? There's only one thing to do. Put Prosecutor Sadmonk to shame with your cross-examination. Right. No matter how small, I'll find us an opening and break her testimony down. Alright, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Dropslayer, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Enjoy the lack of ads.
Unfortunately, right now that's all we have.
But yeah, thank you.
If I come to this light contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. You're not lying about this soba allergy of yours, right? Of course not. I swear on the grave of my father up in heaven. I can even get your doctor's certificate if you want. She seems to be telling the truth. Gloves. Mask. I've had this allergy for as long as I can remember, but I never dreamt in a million years it'd clear me of murder. And you'll come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flour to boot. Well said, Your Honor. You bastard! You bastard! Let me get my phone. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Every time someone redeems this, I regret. I regret adding this as a redeem. Okay. Let me go. So do I... God, I hope Blackwell doesn't talk in that time, because then I'd have to try and do a British accent in a German accent. I'd have to do double accents. But I'm not doing that. Alright, start the timer. 3, let me take a sip of water. 2, 1, and go. Okay. Oh dear. I'll give you that there was quite a bit of flour scattered about in that dressing room. But you went in to pay your respects to your master regardless, right? Yeah, but like I said, I came right back out. I mean, the soba-making tools were right there. You better believe I was careful not to breathe any of it in. But you still could have committed this crime if you'd held your breath while doing it. Don't be ridiculous. I would have suffocated to death before Shisho did. Yeah, I guess you're right. Jeez, get a grip, will ya? Just touching caused this much damage. Maybe there's a twist here. Like you're actually allergic to dogs and not soba? You kidding? Bring my little Jugamu in here. I'll hug and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm telling ya, I have a genuine, honest-to-goodness soba allergy. Defense. Oh, Nayuta in a German accent. Defense. The witness clearly has an authentic allergy to buckwheat. Any further deliberation on the matter would be meaningless, pointless, worthless. You heard the man, lawyer girl. All right, fine. I was just starting to think the same thing myself. Yep, everyone's German for another 3 minutes. Doesn't mean I have to like it, though. I probably got this allergic reaction on my hand there because I touched Shisho. I have a question about that, actually. If you're allergic to soba, does that mean you're allergic to the noodle broth, too? Well, the buckwheat from the noodles can dissolve into the broth, so duh. Touching soba broth can be just as deadly for me. Don't you know anything? What What an amateur. What an amateur. I'm sorry. Do I look like a doctor to you? Look. Anything that has soba in it or anything that has touched soba is like poison to me. Never could have committed that murder in the dressing room. So I just want to cover all of my bases, but could the murder have possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room? That is out of the question. By even asking, you show your complete disregard for all we have discussed until now. Yes, I have to agree. The defense can't go around testing new premises without traces. Eduardo, welcome in. How much do I have left? 1.5 minutes of it. Of God. I should make that redeem like higher. Hope you're doing well today. Ignore my accent. It's a redeem. Unfortunately for you, Shisho didn't take a single step from his dressing room around the time of the murder. Well, that is unfortunate for everyone. Oh, we couldn't even present anything. Okay, we just had to press. Geiru could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being made. Finally, the time has come for the last rites of the victim to begin. Nerg indeed. Huh. What would Mr. Wright do at a time like this? Auf geht's! Auf geht's, indeed. Auf geht's for another 30 seconds. There's only one thing to do. Goddamn, why do you have to talk? Do I give you a German or British? What are you smiling about? Has the pressure overwhelmed you? Nope. It's just the worst of times when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Haven't heard that one in a while. And we are done. Thank goodness. No, stop. Thank God. Oh boy. What would even be like what would doing a British accent in a German accent even be? I mean, I guess that's kind of like, I mean, I guess I would just have to actually, I guess that wouldn't be that hard. Because usually Germans learn British English, like the British pronunciations anyway. So I guess it wouldn't even be that difficult. Huh. I see. You have no rebuttal, and so the only thing left for you is to smile. Oh, that's where you're wrong. I do have a rebuttal. You do? You might suffer in the greatest eternity. Oh, yes. Turn your thinking around, Athena. Don't try to figure out how Geiru, who is allergic to soba, could commit the crime. Figure out how Geiru could be in that room and not have an allergic reaction instead. Regular flour. Regular flour. It's just normal ass flour. Find the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, boil the noodles fresh. Okay, yeah. It could have just been regular flour. Okay, yeah, we got it, we got it. Oh! He was talking about the fucking dough! Oh, you bitch! Oh, you bitch! That reminds me, are we already past that one meme? You mean the, her, highlighting her balloons, or the Blackwell one? Because we're past both of those. We had both of those. And if the dough was resting, then it wasn't buckwheat flour, it was fucking regular flour.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Mon Dieu, indeed. From German to French. What if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? Yeah, the Blackwell one. The Blackwell one is good. Is good, honestly. And I would have loved to see that like animated. When it came on, I was like, either they they messed up the height, because Athena is like at least a head shorter than Blackwell, so she would have had to be looking up at him, or Blackwell, when he grabbed her, just lifted her off the ground by her collar. Which would have been so funny, and I would have loved to see that. Yeah, it happened last stream. If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Gabriel could have committed this crime. No matter how hard you search your mind, you cannot overturn facts. It was so random, so cursed, I love it. Well, Miss Sykes, if you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruling. True, I can't overturn facts. But what if we got our facts about a piece of evidence wrong? Don't shake your head at me, mister. Got our facts wrong? What are you talking about now? Oh dear goodness. And which piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please point it out to this court. This evidence proves that Gabriel could have killed her master, even with her soba allergy. The badge! We got it all wrong. The murder weapon wasn't the flour, it was a huge badge that she just shoved into his mouth. Well, bam. What is this storytime redeem? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What is it indeed? It's Master Tornado's note. The note.
Ah, it seems that you have met your end. Ah, what a pity. You know, I don't feel too bad about it, though. After all, if it weren't me, it would have just been one of the others, I guess. I'm honestly just glad to be out of those air ducts. You know, it's not easy for a hippopotamus to fit up there, and not easy to get down either, and not as young as I used to be, as you can see. I used to be able to do all the sorts of things.
It's story time.
You're young, you're vibrant, you have that sort of pep in your step. It reminds me of a conversation I was having with one of my good friends, Orville. We were having a nice picnic one day. I believe it was summer. No, perhaps it was... Was it the fall? Yes. It was the fall because the leaves had turned already. But I said to Orville, I says, Orville, I have a story to tell you. And Orville looked at me, kind of odd and said, well, what's it about? I said to him, not every story has to be about something, Orville. Sometimes a person just wants to talk. Why does everything have to be a story? I said to him. He just looked at me and he said, well, you said you had a story. And, he was quite right. I did, in fact. I told him I had a story. I suppose if a person just wants to talk, then it's best to not announce that you're telling a story. Telling a story does come with its own pressures and expectations, I suppose. After all, if you're just talking to a friend, and there's no more expectations than if you were talking into the wind.
I forgot how fucking long this one was. Okay, there we go. That is not actually my grandpa. That is, have any of you ever played Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night? Any of you know Mr. Hippo? Any of you know what happens when you play Ultimate Custom Night and you die to Mr. Hippo? You get a full, like 3-ish minute segment of Mr. Hippo telling a long story that literally goes nowhere. And this was just like... this was like half of it, because there's a redeem limit of I think like 100 seconds. It is so funny. Never played any FNAF. Is it a funny game? FNAF is it's fun. It's fun. It's horror. It's a horror game. Like a horror survival kind of thing. It is a fun game. Is it a funny game? Also, yes. In a way. It is also a very messed up series, lore-wise. But yeah, that I had to add that redeem simply because, you know, sometimes you just want to sit down and you want to waste people's time. But, yeah. But yeah, I'm never gonna play any FNAF games, but FNAF is one of my, it's a series or a franchise that I do like a lot. I do like it a lot. I even have a FNAF plushie. I have a FNAF plushie and a little Funko, not Funko, or is it a Funko? Is it a Funko Pop? I think I have a... Yeah. Yeah. So that was that. We just had ourselves a little break. A little... period. And let me turn the game volume back up. I did play the first one. Gameplay was too simple, but horror's effective. And game theory is all about FNAF for a long while. Yeah, exactly. I never actually played the games, except for FNAF 2. I watched Markiplier play through all of them. And, you know, I watched a couple other people play them. They're not for me personally, because I'm not a survival game kind of person. At least not like horror survival. And especially with FNAF, it's like... FNAF is one of those games that, like, I know very well in theory, but I'm not any good at them. I could tell you how to play the game. I could tell you what strategies to use and what to pay attention to and like hidden details and whatnot. But I'm no good at the game myself. I did play FNAF 2 for a little bit. In my own time, just. But yeah. FNAF, at least the first 5 to 6 games are mostly the same formula of, you know, surviving 5 nights and trying not to let animatronics get into your office/room, with a little extra gimmicks here and there. And then from, I think mainly from like Help Wanted onwards, they branched out into like different like gameplays or different play styles. But yeah, I love FNAF as a series. It's not my favorites in terms of like games. The games are really my thing, but I do enjoy the lore of it. At least the earlier lore. Like by now, I think it's kind of been like it's become too messy. But up to like FNAF 6-ish, maybe even Help Wanted, I do enjoy the lore very much. And there's like so much like theorizing about it all, which is also very fun. Sister Location, yes. I thought it was an action game for smartphones. It is not, but Sister Location is incredible. That was what I forgot. Sister Location is like a can you call it a spin-off? I guess like a spin-off of the main series. It's incredible. It is really good. Really good. And that was sort of where they started branching off into like not just the typical survive 5 nights thing. True. That I think that's where it actually started. Incredible game. Incredible game. Really good game. Let's see. We can go for a little bit longer before our break. So yeah, that was that. The note indeed, Your Honor. Preposterous. What possible connection could there be between the witness's allergy and that note? The answer lies in the true meaning of this note. Its true meaning. This note does not mean I am resting, do not disturb, as we had assumed. But rather, it actually means this doe is resting, do not disturb it. Wait a minute, Athena. That doesn't make any sense. You're right, it doesn't. After all, as Bucky told us many a time, you don't let Soba doe rest. What's all this jibber-jabber got to do with anything? This is it, the home stretch. This note and Mr. Wet's words have led me to the conclusion that Mr. Tornado was... not making anything. Hold on. Funny dialogue? Question mark? Got marg? Question mark? So the right answer would be udon noodles. So we're gonna go from top down. Mr. Tornado wasn't making anything, of course. Let it go and move on, defense. I'm gonna start singing that every fucking time he says it by now. From now on. Even if the victim had not been making soba, Geiru still could not have entered that room. The reason being that the room was covered in buckwheat flour. Alright. She was making soba noodles after all. Yes. And what of it? So of course, Geiru would have had an allergic reaction, and... Huh? Wait a minute. Yeah, so? She looks different. I'm getting a funny case of sassy fever up in here. What? Pause? Maybe I should try thinking outside the soba bowl. Okay. Let's load. We're there. The victim, Taifu Tornado, was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead. That layer of flour in the dressing room wasn't soba flour, but plain old wheat flour for udon. So actually, it was totally possible. For Geiru to be in that room and kill her master. That is one stretch. There we go. Ew. What? But if that's true, it changes everything. I mean, Your Honor, the defense requests that the flour in the room be tested immediately. What, huh? What? Sassy is not a word? I mean, sassy is a word. Sassy is a word. One second. Okay. Okay, there we go. But soba noodles were found in the bowl, and Geiru did have a reaction on her hand. How do you explain those things? Well... Even were it udon flour instead of soba, you still cannot prove Geiru committed the crime. But... Don't lose your nerve now. Keep charging forward until you... Wait, keep charging forward or you'll feel my blade at your back. Enough with the threats already, I got it! Talk about pressure. Alright, Athena. Take a deep breath and go over everything again. Is it time? It's time! And this is where we're gonna take a... Actually, no, we're not gonna take a break here. We're gonna go all through. We're gonna go all the way through. But ads are gonna run in a couple minutes, so I apologize for that. I'm going to revisualize the case from start to finish. I have to find conclusive evidence that Geiru committed this murder. What was he making? Okay, so since that one instance in case 2, I feel like I need to at least like speed through these to see if there's anything funny there, because we don't lose health through it. So we could just I always call it big forehead time whenever it's Apollo. Ramen? Where the heck did that come from? Nobody has said a single word about ramen today, although I would like some ramen. It's been a hot minute since I've had some. Udon. Is the music a little loud? I'll turn the music down, but it might be a little loud. A little loud. By my logic, Master Tornado must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room, but something at the crime scene indicates otherwise. What was found in the bowl on the table? Ramen! Huh, of course there wasn't any ramen at the scene. Athena, I forbid you to think of ramen ever again during this trial. I wonder if we get anything if we choose that 3 times in a row. If we can. What was found on the table? Udon, duh. Ah, yeah. Soba. There was soba in the bowl. Even though the master wasn't making soba, soba noodles were found at the scene, and that's where her reaction could have come from. So that means the noodles had to have come from somewhere. Wait a minute. One mysterious serving of soba noodles. That sounds familiar. Oh. Where did the soba on the bowl and table come from? The mass? Nope. Geiru made it, obviously. It could have been. Actually wait. It's the Master Soba stock, a catering service. Would Bucky be the catering service? I'm not actually sure what catering in I know what catering is, but I'm unsure of whether that applies in this context. Okay, no, I'm okay. Good. The soba noodles found at the scene were from the master's stock of uncooked noodles. But then, why would the culprit go out of her way to cook that soba and put it in the bowl? She likes soba, obviously. What am I talking about? Hey, listen. Even if she likes it, she couldn't eat it anyway. Have you ever talked to a lactose intolerant person? They don't care. I mean, maybe if it's like a life or death thing, maybe they should care. Maybe they do care, but to hide the udon dough. Soba was found at the scene, so that means the culprit must have taken the udon with her to hide it. But why did the culprit take the udon away and hide it? It must have been because she has a grudge against udon! Let's see. Doubt there's anything funny here. Poor Soba-do, I almost falsely accused it of killing someone. I present Ace Attorney to my school if the gameplay was like this. Honestly? Yeah. Yeah. You could present Danganronpa. It's kind of like more like this. It's a little more dynamic, at least the trials are. No, not just it's a lot more dynamic. Like there's a lot more happening on screen in Danganronpa trials. She has a grudge against Udon. That's ridiculous. And anyway, a person who hated Udon certainly wouldn't take it with them. But really, who's ever heard of holding a grudge against an inanimate object? There's people. There's people. Because she killed him. Yeah. The murder weapon was Udon-do. That is such a fucking... Just... You know... Hold on. Wait. Is it this? Yeah. Oh, god damn it. No. Can I not? Hold on. What if I go do this? And then this? No. And then this? I want to take a screenshot of just the white screen. And the murder weapon was Udon-do. Can I take a fucking screenshot, please? There we go. Danganronpa must be it, since it's also on mobile and you can shoot words. Is Danganronpa on mobile? I didn't know that. I knew Ace Attorney was. I didn't know Danganronpa was on mobile. And the reason why no weapon was found is because Geiru got rid of the dough somehow. She could have just eaten it. The murder weapon was Udon-do, something I would never say if I'm a legitimate lawyer. Well, thankfully this is Ace Attorney. Thankfully we are in good old Japanifornia. The real... I'm not gonna lie. I read that. I misread that sentence as the real murder weapon was the Udon-do we made. And my brain immediately went, the real murder weapon was the Udon-do we made along the way. The real murder weapon was the Udon-do the victim made. If we can find this dough, that'll prove my theory correct. And undeniably prove Geiru's guilt. Even if we could find this dough, what makes you think that it would prove she is the one? Please recall Owen's eyewitness testimony, Prosecutor Sadmati. If the injury on Geiru's forehead was caused by the victim's knife, then Geiru's blood must have dripped down onto the dough, used as the murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence, wouldn't you agree? Ah, but where is this conclusive evidence? The dog. The dog had it. Check the dog, or the dog's food. The true enemies are the ones we take our time to make, indeed. I mean, literally, yeah. Let us hear what your theory on where this murder weapon... Wait. Let us hear your theory on where this murder weapon is. Danganronpa 1, 2, and 3 are on mobile. Not sure about the spin-off. Interesting. Well, it's... If I can't find the answer in the evidence I have on hand, we'll lose this trial. The dog! The dog! She gave it to the dog! The doggo! Let's hear your answer. Where is the real murder weapon hidden? Nice barking you did there. Why, thank you, Simon. I assume you have the bite to back it up?
Stop distracting me, especially not right now.
He literally told you the answer. The location, so wham. Wait, no, but I thought I was just gonna point it. I thought I thought I could just point to the... Okay, I guess not. Okay, I guess not. The judge can do accents. Please stop slaughtering the English language, Your Honor. Okay, never mind. To the location of the hidden murder weapon. Type was out of the report. Wet soba deed, invitation. Simon's statement? I guess, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Gayru.
Oh, what is it?
I'm just an innocent girl. I don't know anything about a murder. Really? Really? Maybe the true murder is the badges we waste along the way. Stuff that cute act in your balloon hat. I know you did not want to say that, Athena. Gayru got rid of the Joe she used to kill Master Tornado in a bold and daring way. She did it right in front of Prosecutor Blackwell's nose by feeding it to her dog. No, Of course, now it all makes sense. I was puzzled as to why Gayru, who should know her own dog's eating habits, would feed Jugamu more than he could possibly finish. Your Honor, please order an investigation of the yard right now. And what should the police at the theater be looking for exactly? Jugamu must have
Buried his leftover dumplings
somewhere around his doghouse. Dumplings that Gayru made out of the udon dough with her blood in it. Make it pop. This is preposterous. I want to thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along the way. What are you blathering on about? You still have work to do. She got dull teeth, apparently so. Now, by your hand, finish this wretched case off, Athena.
Yippee!
You got it. I don't know. I should probably look into like fixing the yippee redeem because it always like either it doesn't show up or it just like it gets stuck. like the gift just gets stuck. But maybe I should. Maybe I don't. Maybe I won't. Gayru, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth is finally revealed? Sure did. Well, now the truth is out, and it looks to me like it's your balloon that goes pop. Oh, I want them all. I want them all to pop. And Nayutek is killed by his pearls. Yip is fine. You know what? That's fine. It's only Yip.
I'm a Rakugo artist. I was the one who was supposed to inherit that name. Then Shisho.
There they all go. And her hat. Yes. And her nose. Don't. What is are you? Oh, what?
So, are you ready to tell us everything now, Geiru? The whole reason I entered the world of Rakugo in the first place was to follow in my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name.
All part of the meme, guys. Don't worry about it.
His stage name? You don't mean... Wendo Tornado. I knew I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that if I did the stupid balloon thing like Shisho wanted, I'd inherit the name someday. The Master Tornado gave the name to his junior disciple. Yeah. That's why I took my revenge on Shisho during the show celebrating the name succession. So that was your entire motive? I doubt anybody else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. Ooh, honey. Can we get this girl some therapy, please? Of all the days you could have taken your revenge, why did you choose the day of the show? Because I wanted to pay Wendo back for stealing what was rightfully mine. I wanted to pin the blame on him at the show where all the Tornado fans were gathered. But then, Wendo tried to shift the blame onto Bucky Wet. And now we know the whole story. There's just one more thing I want to know. Did you know Master Tornado was making udon in his dressing room yesterday? No, I didn't. When I saw the soba making tools, I was worried about my allergy. But it was my only chance to get my revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it. So, it was a premeditated crime, but in the end, you only went through with it on impulse. Then, the allergic reaction on your hand... Is it from touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands, when you were tampering with the crime scene after your master's death? Yeah. By that time, I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy. Aww. Drago, welcome in.
I completely forgot about all of this. I don't even remember if I saw all of this. You know, when I watched the playthrough, I don't even remember.
How could you do all this, you idiot? Keiru, I get your desire to inherit your father's name. But what you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart.
Oh. Do you have anything to add, Prosecutor Sanmari? Any objections?
No, Your Honor. Miss Athena Sykes? Yes? That's the first time he's used my name. I shall be sure to remember your name.
Is that a good or bad thing? Really?
It seems he finally recognizes you as a proper adversary. Adversary, that's a word. Thanks. That's all I ask, Prosecutor Sanmari.
It looks like there are no further objections. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Wait, is, okay, it's still shown as, yeah. She still looks very young for 34. Good for her. Look at his doofy face. Ah, good. It seems you have made a full recovery. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Bucky Wet, guilty. I mean, not guilty.
Yeah.
This court is adjourned. Hell yeah.
May 13th, 11:55 a.m.
Is it 12-hour case time?
I don't think we're gonna be... See, it's only been 1.5 hours. But I do want to save it because next week we're not gonna be streaming Ace Attorney next week, and I would like to you know, start. I don't want to have like that long of a break, you know. I don't want to have like a 2-week break between the first 1 to 2 hours of a case, and then the rest, you know. I want to start completely fresh. So we're probably gonna end the stream after we're done with this little section here. Congratulations, Bucky! I'm so glad you were found innocent.
Oh yeah, he's sober now. I don't know what voice I'm giving you, sober. Sober. Sober.
Thanks for everything, Miss Chickadee. But it still sucks that you were accused of a crime you didn't commit. Did Wendo have it out for you or something? I don't think so. Wendo said it was a spur-of-the-moment idea that he got when he saw the sober-themed cards. Simon, where have you been? I stopped in at Wendo's questioning. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim.
No way! I almost got convicted out of convenience. Wow, so is Bucky wet? Simon's Larry Butts? Is that what I'm getting at here? Is that what I'm getting here? Just happened to be framed for a murder? Was this translation planned? Probably not, but it is a little funny. Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges, so buck up, Bucky. On a more important note, what I really want to know is why didn't Master Tornado let Geiru inherit their father's name? What do you mean on a more important note, Miss Chickadee? Aw, don't be such a wet blanket. Just go with the flow. Now, come on. You think the Master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business? No, that's not it. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted Geiru to find her own calling in life. Never I read that sentence wrong. He gave the name. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted Geiru to find her calling in life, to perform whatever she wanted without being bound by her father's name or Rakugo. Making udon was his way of showing his support for her in her new endeavor. Oh boy. So that's why he called you to the theater, huh? To teach him how to make udon? Huh. A more roundabout way I've never seen. But that's Master Tornado for you. So this entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding? How sad. By the way, Geiru wasn't the only person Master Tornado was trying to cheer on. Even though the person in question still seems unaware of the Master's intentions. What? You talking about me? Come on, no way! All that old man ever did was criticize my soba? That's not true, Bucky. There must be a way to make Bucky see just how much Master Tornado cared about him. Oh, the deep. Surely? Yeah. Take a good look, Bucky. Whose name is on there as the holder of this title deed? It's still in my name. Master Tornado was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you. He was trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner of it in your father's stead. He probably used some tough love on you so that the shop wouldn't just go belly up. Oh my god. That is hair. That is hair. I never knew. Oh, Master Tornado, I'm so sorry. Keep working hard, Bucky, and pay him back by living up to his expectations. I don't like the sound that his hair makes. It's so... I don't like it.
Thanks, Simey, and you too, Miss Chickadee. One day my soba's gonna be so good it'll knock that old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation holder of wet soba. Wet noodle number 4. Well, I better be getting back to my shop. I gotta get ready for the lunch rush. Hold on. Can I place an order for delivery, Bucky? Could you deliver a bowl of udon to Geiru on behalf of her master? Aww. Aww, I'll make sure it's got all the TLC Master Tornado would have packed in it too. I'll see you. Be sure to drop by the shop sometime. I will, and I'll bring the whole agency with me. Do us all proud, Bucky. I'll have the best soba in town waiting for you when you come. Peace out. Choom! Ah, it's nice to see somebody giving it their all, isn't it? I wonder if I leveled up any thanks to this case. Don't kid yourself. The trial would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been by your side.
You don't know that?
For a lawyer who is versed in psychology, you're too full of weak points. You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively. Or you could just tell me your famous mind trick, Simon. No.
I love them. Way to shut someone down, and why not?
Because the more pesky lawyers there are, the harder my job becomes. So it's in my best interest for you to remain green forever.
Hey, what about what's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the wool pulled over your eyes by Wendo?
Must you remind me?
How could I have known Wendo would do time soba? Hey, speaking of time soba, I just thought of something funny.
Oh, goody, I can't wait.
Okay, here it is. Time soba. Why didn't Mon number 9 Why didn't Mon number 9 get counted? Come on, do you know, Simon?
Huh. How should I know?
Because... Athena. Honey. Sweetheart. Thank you, I'll be here all week! Not the fucking... Not the ruffle, or the ruttleful. The rottleful.
That I should have known. Come on, let's go get soba or something and go home.
Your treat?
I'll treat you to 50% of the tab. And don't forget, you still owe me for that manju.
Really, Simon? It wouldn't hurt for you to pay for me every once in a while, you know?
Quit squawking and start walking, Athena.
They're so siblings. They're so siblings! I love them! They're so family! Ah! I just realized the similarities between Butts and Bucky, kind of joke characters dressed in orange that are also clients introduced in cases without an investigation segments. True! True, actually. I do wish that he comes back somehow as a returning character. Bucky? Because say. That are also acquainted to someone on the defense team, Phoenix and Simon respectfully. Yeah, that too. That too. Although, you know, Simon is a prosecutor, but even then it makes sense because, I mean, there's Larry and Edgeworth. Do that trick where you almost choked me? No! Yeah, teach me how to lift people up by their collar. Just some good old strength training.
I may still have a ways to go as a lawyer, but just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me, I'm going to get there someday. After all, I've inherited their passion for our courts and the law.
Every time. I know she speaks like 15 languages, but every time. Je peux le faire.
I can do this.
And is that it? That is it. And... That was the last case where you play as Athena? Yeah. Because with the next one, we're back to Apollo, baby! At least, mostly, partially. At least partially. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But yeah. That is where we're going to be ending the stream for today. Short stream, because I just wasn't... I wouldn't have been able to like squeeze this into the last stream. I think, probably. So it's fine, it's fine. And you know, you never know. Sometimes these like last stretches go on for hours. So I didn't want to risk it. Next game's all about Athena, I bet. I would like it, honestly. I would honestly like that. You know who else I would like to have a game all about himself?
Come here, Gavin. Capcom, I know you're listening. Give it to us. Give it to us.
But yeah. That is where we're going to be calling it here for today. We shall be back on Friday with an HSR stream. An HSR cheerless stream. I've had so many ideas that I need to get out. And we're also going to be reacting to something on Friday that I stumbled upon last night, and I thought it might be fun to react to. A short little video, also HSR related. So we're going to be doing that as well. And Saturday, I don't know what we're going to be doing yet. I don't know yet. I'll have to see. I'll have to see. I saw a suggestion a couple of days ago for a game where you play as Christoph Gavin. That would be... Honestly, I would low-key love it because, I mean, there's just not many games where you play as just a shitty guy, number one. I would love that. And, you know, like a game about Christoph inevitably brings Clavier with it, so I would not be opposed to it. I wish Apollo does appear next game somehow, like some random high as fuck voice comes in. Yeah, no, they've got... The only thing that I don't want for, like, Ace Attorney 7, the only thing that I don't want is I don't want a new main character. I don't. They're already spreading themselves thin. I don't want that. And I don't... Get Phoenix out of here! I don't want another game that's like 50% Phoenix. We don't need it. I want him to be present, but not in any capacity. Not in the court. Not in the court. He can be like a co-counsel. He can sit at the office and help with like investigations and stuff. I don't mind that, but don't let him lead a fucking case again. Unless it's like maybe a DLC or something. Otherwise, I don't want it. We've had more than enough Phoenix. Just don't. And I feel like by now we have reached the point where people are no longer asking for Phoenix. I feel like we've reached the point where they would very much... They can very much put other characters in the spotlight without having to worry at all. So, just don't. A game about Trucy would also be fun, but yeah, like the question is what it would be about. Because Trucy, I mean, Trucy's not like working in any way for like, you know, like she's not studying to become a lawyer or anything. I do want Trucy to be more present though. I do want that. If the next game is Call Phoenix Red again, so help me. Yeah, like... They should just stop, genuinely. I feel like, and this is something that's a topic for our post Spirit of Justice stream, or our post Apollo Justice trilogy stream. They should just stop naming games after characters, unless it's like something dedicated, like the Miles Edgeworth games. But for like the mainline games, they should stop naming the games after characters because it automatically puts a certain expectation on these games. Like, take the entire Apollo trilogy. Apart from the first game, which some people might, argue even, like, none of these 3 games are mainly Apollo's games. They're not, and don't get me wrong, mind you, they're not Phoenix's games either. I'd argue that games 5 and 6 at least are both Phoenix and Apollo's games. But because this trilogy is called the Apollo Justice Trilogy, people are automatically focusing way more. They're automatically like they're expecting Apollo to have like the biggest parts in everything and to be the most present. And I feel like that's where the whole meme of, Apollo not being relevant in his own games comes from, because to me it's never been like Game 4 is the only game where I would argue that it is Apollo's game more so than the other 2. But the rest is it's no one's game really. Yeah, the games explore Apollo's backstories, but there's too much Phoenix in it for it to be Apollo's game. Like, there's so much to it. There's so much to it. I would say that all 3 of these games are both Apollo's and Phoenix's games. And even then, Apollo, the only reason I'm saying that is because it's not like Phoenix plays any big role. Let's be real. Past, excluding Game 4, Phoenix doesn't really play a big role in Games 5 or 6. He's kind of just there. It could have been anyone else. There's no character development with this guy anymore. Like, in the way that, you would expect a main character to have, like Apollo. He's kind of just there because he has to be there. So, it's a whole big thing. We're gonna get into it once we finish this game. Once we finish this series. Yeah, Phoenix pretty good. Like, by now, he's just a father figure. He's got his stuff. Well, he has not got himself figured out. But this is about as much as you can do with him without, breaching into things like giving him a backstory and whatnot. Like, his journey is finished. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I don't want co-counsels to just be other lawyers. Oh, I get that. Yeah. I want Clavier to be a co-counsel. Just a thought. I get that, though. I think they said they are Apollo games because the last cases are Apollo-centric, even if you don't always play as him in them. Yes, I get that. And, like, don't get me wrong. I do think that these games do focus on Apollo more than people give them credit for. It's just that with the way they force Phoenix into them, they force Phoenix into the spotlight, like I feel like you can't call it just Apollo's games. You can't call it the Apollo trilogy because they're forcing Phoenix to be in them so much, even though he genuinely has no business being in them, honestly. Like, he has no business being, like, up front. Like, Phoenix is pretty much done. And he should be done. Like, give him his appearances, Like, have him show up in investigations, maybe co-counsel a couple cases.
Give him the DLC case if you're so desperate, but other than that, just leave him the fuck out of it. Just leave him out of it. All of this just because fans at the time want more Phoenix after Apollo Justice came out. I think it's also... I think it might also just be that... I think it might even be less the fans and more like just Capcom being afraid that the game wouldn't go over as well because Apollo Justice at the time did not, if I remember correctly. But... yeah. Yeah. Like, by now, Ace Attorney as a series is so well established, and I think people would be fine with having more Apollo. Like, at this point, and I hate saying this because I truly do love Phoenix's character, but I'm just tired of seeing him. I'm just tired of seeing him in here, you know? I love him, but I don't want him in court anymore. I don't want him there anymore. So, yeah. If Apollo comes back, his co-counsel should be Trucy. If we get to play as Phoenix again, they brought back Pearl and Maya last 2 games. They can be co-counsels. I don't know what about Athena and Blackwell. Yeah, there's definitely options. Definitely options. We're 6 games in and we still don't know a thing about Phoenix's parents. And see, this is where I say that I wonder, for all the... For all the criticism and complaints people have about Apollo's backstory and the way it is presented in these games, I wonder if we ever get a Phoenix... If we ever get more of Phoenix's backstory outside of the small period we have of him, Larry, and Edgeworth, I wonder how people are gonna react then. Because, it would be the same thing. It might be even worse because Phoenix has been around way longer than Apollo has, and I would hope that people are gonna give it the same treatment. You know, I would hope that people are gonna be just as critical of that as they are now of Apollo, because at least with Apollo, it's only been 1 game, and you know there's been hints. Like we've been getting parts of Apollo's story from from his very first game. We have not seen anything of Phoenix's backstory. We don't even know if Phoenix has a family. We don't know if he has parents. We don't know if he has siblings, if he had parents, if he had siblings. We know that apparently Phoenix is so secretive about his life that even Larry didn't know. That Larry at first thought Maya was his sister, even though they've been friends for like 15 years. At that point in the first game. So there's that. But like, no matter how secretive he is, A thought crossed my mind the other day: if Ace Attorney games keep going, the judge is gonna die at some point. No, he's not. He's immortal. Don't you know? The judge is he's secretly an android. He is immortal. He is going to live forever. He was created specifically to sit behind that bench and make his rulings until the end of time. Until there is no court left standing for him to sit in. Maybe he did have parents in the anime, I don't really remember. They mentioned Phoenix's parents like once in the anime, maybe. But it was like a throwaway comment. And I feel like that can't really be counted. Unless the judge is a multi-dimensional being or something, it wouldn't surprise me at this point. Yeah, like I'm holding on to my android judge theory. This man is immortal. This man... Yes. Or he's been dead forever, and every time we see him, he is being channeled. It's one of the two. It is one of the two. Oh! Wow, my voice is already... I mean, I guess I've been talking for 2 hours straight, so I guess that makes sense, but I'm taking a break. I started rewatching the anime a week ago, and they did not mention Phoenix's family. I seem to remember them mentioning Phoenix's parents, like, once. It was when Edgeworth, like, when they were all tiny, and Edgeworth, they found that puppy, and they were like, well, who's gonna keep him? And I think Larry was like, my parents would never allow that. And Phoenix just said, mine too, or same here. And that was all we got. So it was pretty much nothing. Pretty much nothing. The judge is, what does BOW mean? What does BOW mean? It should be the next villain in Resident Evil. Make him the merchant. Make the judge the merchant. Oh, my voice. But yeah. That is going to be it for today. We're going to be back on Friday with HSR Shenanigans, a fun tier list that probably is going to rob me of my voice once again. Or maybe not. We'll see. But yeah. We're going to cut this here today. Short, nice, easy stream. Oh, buy a weapon. Oh, that makes sense. Probably, honestly. Probably. Where's our judge backstory? We know more about the judge. We know more about the judge's life than we know about Phoenix's. We know more about the judge's family than we know about Phoenix's. Can I just say that? That is wild. That is wild. Anyway. That's gonna be it for me today. Short stream, nice stream, lovely stream. We're gonna be back with Case 5 probably in 2-ish weeks. And until then, I hope you all enjoy yourselves today. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, night, or whatever time it is for you. Stay safe, take care, and I may see you again on Friday or Saturday or at some point. Make sure to follow the YouTube, the Twitch, the Blue Sky for stream updates, schedules, other stuff, ramblings and shenanigans of mine. And I'll see you. I'll be seeing you. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Who knows? Bye-bye!